what's next on our agenda? So under unfinished business, we are starting with, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we're on use of discretionary funds. Was that where we were at? That's what I have listed. So this is a continuation carried over from Finance Committee, right? Am I articulating this? Yep. Okay.
That was actually under law and licensing.
All right, let me just, someone's going to have to help me remember why we are bringing we postponed till today.
There was one of the items.
Yeah.
that were discretionary about the platform, the
1.5 million for the school
Yeah.
safety dashboard.
Okay, yeah, we wanted to wait till after this present. That's right. Okay, thanks for helping me remember that. There's been a few different discussions between today and yesterday. So I guess, what do we have to do? Postpone, so would it be renewed where it was at, or would we need to make the motion again? So we're renewing where it was at. Let me read through this. Tell me if I'm wrong with anything. See, the original motion was made by Member Hymas, right? That the board commit, yes, because it came out of law and licensing, not finance. Commit 100.
1.5 million.
Oh yeah, it is 1.5 million.
Did you lose your glasses?
No, I can read up front. I just think that was more than I would remembered. I was thinking of federal mineral lease funds for use for compliance with 53G 6806. And the effective date there was 5/1/2024. Parent portal and direct staff to begin using the funds as soon as possible with the intent to comply with the applicable code. There was a motion to amend, right? It was made by Member Bogus and seconded by Member Booth that the board direct staff to work with the legislature to advise of fiscal needs and secure ongoing funds without objection from the board. The staff will proceed with the request. Okay, so they're going to do that already. Yes.
Point of information, was that motion voted on, or is it still amendable? And then I might have a friendly amendment.
Is there
I don't think we voted on it because I think that's when we said,
Did you read that
let's
one?
wait.
I
on-
did.
Okay.
Without objection from the board, the staff will proceed with. So that's what I'm.
Feel free. Amend it. And then I'll adjust.
Well, and here's my question, because it says without objection from the board, the staff will proceed with the request. So the request is sitting out there already, and there was no objection. Am I understanding that correctly? I'm just making sure I'm reading this correctly. Okay. So then the question is there a need for the amendment, for it to amend if we had no objection to it, for staff to proceed?
So my understanding, sorry.
You're okay, yeah, if you have some clarity to that.
I thought that well, sorry. Oh, I'm not coming on.
Board Member Hart, did you, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so my understanding from Superintendent Jones was that the motion was needed, but that it was going to go without objection, but the staff could proceed. I just thought we needed the motion.
Okay.
And so I guess my point in saying that was not to call out Superintendent Jones, but rather to say, could he please clarify?
Deputy Superintendent of Operations Scott Jones. So the motion came out of the Finance Committee, correct?
No law and licensing.
I'm sorry, law and
yeah.
licensing, the Special Law and Licensing Committee. So my understanding of where we left off yesterday is we still need a motion for the board to approve what the Law and Licensing Committee recommended. But I could have missed that. I could have, does that help answer Board Member Bogus's question? That's why I said we still need a motion or whether or not you approve of the use of the funds so
Yeah.
that we can record that and encumber the funds accordingly.
Yeah, that part has not been voted on. I just wondered about
Okay.
the amendment, but
the-
our Vice Chair
well-
Hart might have some additional feedback. Go ahead.
Small follow-up.
Go ahead, Board. Just a second, Vice Chair Hart.
So we made the motion, and we talked about it a little bit. And then the motion to amend that's stated there, we talked about, but I believe that the staff agreed to move forward, that they don't actually have to have a motion, but then it's fine if we do. That was what was said. And then everything stopped because people wanted to hear the presentation before moving forward. So it's my understanding that we can formalize it and vote on the amendment, but our staff is already doing it, and the underlying motion is on the table.
Yeah, the underlying motion's still there. We would have to encumber the money, right? But the other
Right.
item, staff can engage, we're engage on the fiscal needs and such. And so that was where we were. Okay. All right. Was there additional, Board Member Bogus?
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong. I thought, this is my understanding, that part of the reason we made these motions is because our staff is, dare I use the word, prohibited from engaging with legislators without direction from the board. And maybe that's not the appropriate word, but I thought, my understanding was what we needed a motion to direct them to work with the legislature. And am I wrong about that? Did I misunderstand somewhere?
Okay. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so what we've asked for in the past as staff is to just ensure in full transparency that by the board directing us to work with the legislature, that we can say, well, this stems from their encumbering of 1.5 million, but we also need more funding because, and as I articulated yesterday, the original estimate for this particular item was $3 million. And again, the grant fell through. But is there anything in your rules or your bylaws that says you explicitly have to direct staff to do it? I don't think so, but it just helps for staff to know that, as part of a particular motion, or that you do direct us to do so, especially in light of the fact that you've submitted your request for funding, right? And it could be interpreted, if staff are up there working with the legislature, that, well, is this the board's priority, or, those types of things. We were just trying to make sure
Yeah,
we're
there's-
fully
okay.
transparent.
There's
and-
no harm. We can
Right, okay.
vote on it, right? I
Okay,
mean,
ma'am.
it's that simple. I don't know.
Okay.
It's that simple. So Vice Chair Hart, did you have additional, your hands up?
Well,
Yeah.
yes, I believe that we should go forward with an amendment because I think working with the legislature to advise of fiscal needs and secure ongoing funds now takes on a little bit of a different meaning, or a little bit more meaning, now that we've had the presentation by the safety. The conversation that happened earlier, we're not just asking about fiscal needs and securing ongoing funds for a dashboard. I think this, unless we clarify that, this looks like it's fiscal needs and ongoing funds for the whole thing. So I
Okay.
think we need to either
So we're
make
gonna
that
go ahead and move that
or-
amendment then, and then just vote on it, right?
Cool.
If there's any additional
Good.
comments
Good.
or adjustments, we'll do that. So
Yep.
the motion before the board is the amendment. It was made by Member Bogus and seconded by Member Booth. The board directs staff to work with the legislature to advise of fiscal needs and secure ongoing funds. Is there anybody that wants to speak to that?
I would. This
Oh.
is Board Member Klein.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just wondering if we can add language to it that makes it more clear what the 1.5 million is for, instead of just putting it under a parent portal, because it sounds off. I don't know. It just sounds off the chart for just a parent portal. But if there was more details in there that made it clear that it was for the school safety data dashboard or whatever it includes.
Board Member Klein, I think we're getting a confirmation that would be a good idea to clarify that. We're going to vote on the amendment, and then I think Board Member Carey is going to help you make that amendment. Okay, and then you could tell me if that aligns with what you're thinking. He just kind of verbally suggested some language there. I think you're
Yeah,
accurate.
I'm happy to let him.
Okay,
I'm happy to let him do that. And if I don't like
Perfect.
it, I'll let you know.
Okay, so we're going to vote on this, and I don't see any other comments, so we'll vote on this amendment, and I'll read it again. The amendment would be that the board directs staff to work with legislature to advise of fiscal needs and secure ongoing funds. So go ahead and vote on that, and we'll take a series of people's, let's see, who we got here. We're Board Member Hymas. Where do you stand if you're on? Leanne Wood. If someone can,
Yes.
Leanne's a yes. If someone can catch hers.
Oh,
And-
Hymus is no.
Hymas is no.
Board Member Klein is a no.
Board Member Klein is a no. Board Member Carey, could you catch her? And then Vice Chair Hart.
Yes.
Okay. Board Member Norton
Yes.
is a yes. Okay, that should get us close to our online people, unless I've missed. Member Davis. Okay, did you someone get her yes? Oh, well, hold on. Okay, we don't have her online, so we've got all of our votes in now.
Did you vote, Molly?
She voted yes.
You're a yes?
Just confirming, you're a yes? Okay. We might have to, what do you need to do?
Member Davis is a yes.
Oh, Member Davis is a yes. Whew, okay. All right, so that gives us 13 yeses, so that passes, and 2 noes. The noes are Board Member Hymas and Board Member Klein. And then I'm open for that amendment. Board Member Carey.
Thank you. Yeah, if I could just speak to the motion, and this was Board Member Hymas's motion, and just for purposes of clarification, when we say parent portal, and this is what we tried to stress in the presentation, the parent portal is required by statute, and the public safety dashboard is a required component of the parent portal. And that's where we have to gather this information from 1,084 schools across the state. So because of that, and for purposes of clarity, if the maker of the motion does not object, I would like to make a friendly amendment which would say parent portal and public safety dashboard.
So I just want to be clear, this came from a committee, and Board Member Hymas, it's not his motion, it's a committee motion. So
Oh.
just clarifying, so wait, to ask him wouldn't really be fair. 'cause
Oh, okay.
it's a committee, but which doesn't,
That's true, and I'll put it before the body
Yeah.
as well.
yeah.
And then I'll just make the motion, and then we'll have to
Okay,
vote on
our
it.
amendment.
Amendment.
Okay, so the amendment would be to add, we have parent portal, and public, public safety dashboard. And does that add, I don't know if that adds clarity or not, though. But is there a second? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, if we could just change that to the parent portal with safety data.
Okay, so then your recommendation is to do the parent portal with safety data?
Yes. And the reason for that is,
Let me get a second.
oh.
Does someone have a second? Okay, it's been seconded by half the audience here. Okay, go ahead.
and just the ownership of the actual dashboard is may not reside fully with USBE, and because of that, we don't want to put. We would rather use this language,
Okay,
but we are still required to gather the data.
okay. Is there any discussion to that? Board Member Lear?
Yeah. I was fully supportive of this before, and my understanding, and so you can address that understanding if someone wants to, but my understanding it was for something that was not the exact same as this parent portal thing. Am I mistaken? Was that always, Scott? The parent portal was always including the data safety information. Was that always the intention of it?
To answer Board Member Lear's question, that's my understanding, yes.
And was it required in the original HB 84 or?
Correct.
And the Florida thing, now it's coming back to me. I
Yeah.
just didn't, I feel like I was a bait and switch kind of on
No,
where
no,
I.
no.
where-
This is a result. If I may, Madam Chair, this is a result of we tried to pursue the grant funding.
Right.
It didn't go through, so now
Right.
we're offering this to the board as an alternative funding because it was an unfunded mandate.
Which sort of still is, but okay.
Okay.
Um,
Yes, ma'am.
I have a hesitation because I don't want to suggest to the legislature that if the legislature dramatically underfunds something, the legislature will use, or the board willingly will use its own money, or at least this board member would willingly use her own money, the board's own money, to fund something that, where this is maybe meant for more research or creative projects. I'm cautious about that kind of message, but given that we are in a catch-22 with the Florida situation, thank you for the explanation.
Jill? Okay, did you want to, Chantel, can you confirm, what is the language in the code, what does it exactly say there? Do you remember, so that we're not mixing it with our actual parent portal that we have?
Yes, thank you. Happy to. So we have a parent portal, and in fact, I can share with you, Kelsey, if this is helpful, I have a slide actually on the parent portal that might be helpful just for, so it's slide 21. So it's Utah Code Section 53G6-806, and the portal should include the comparison tool, policies and procedures, school safety data, parent and student resources. So the school safety data that Board Member Carey referenced, that includes everything that essentially is in the law enforcement disciplinary action report, and then all of the other policies and things that should be there. And the comparison tool, just to give you kind of a visual, it's kind of like the school report card as we have now, where parents can click on and they can see from school to school how they're doing academically.
Okay, so it does confirm that that language is used in there, so I just want to, okay. So the amendment before the board is that the board make the modification after parent portal with, and would be adding with safety data.
I got it.
Oh, well, I got a question.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
I just wonder if it might be a good time to ask the legislature to call this the parent safety portal, so it's distinguished from the other parent portal, which is in 53G. I think it's separate. Where is this other one?
Based on the PowerPoint, it looks like the same.
3 pair of glasses.
3 pair,
1.5,
1.5, 1.0, and 2.0.
Where's the
It changed throughout the day.
I just move forward here. I'm trying to reconcile it with the bill that Representative Peterson ran, which talked about including parent portal with other information. Has that been analyzed in this discussion at all, or are we actually talking about two different uses of parent portal where the code section is the same? 6806. These are the same sections.
The same portal.
Section is referred to in the. All right, I'm sorry. Same section is referred to in the portal, and we do have mental health services, changes to the educational environment, options for alternative school enrollment. Let's see. And we've got a parent engagement specialist in 807, which is now. Come on.
Kelsey, could you show us that last slide that you had up there?
Well, I'll come back. We got two different versions of a parent portal, and it's gotten confusing. We might need some legislative clarification on this. One of them's safety, and the other one has parental rights that are up on our website, right?
And I don't know if this helps, but the section that we're relying on for the safety features is 806.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, and that one includes the parent portal, which I think is the same one. We're talking about information to access policies required by sections 203, which is more of a constitutional rights section, steps to follow for bullying. So this actually may funnel back to the same thing, but we have a parent portal section that Cassie Hayes oversees and updates, which talks about parent academic educational rights and opportunities. And then we got the dashboard, and I think they're both being called the same thing. And I think they both refer to the same code section. So as I look at that, I guess the good news is they're both referring to the same code section. Bad news is two separate things that are coming out of that. So I don't know that I have a motion. At some point, somebody might want to get clarification at the legislature, because we have Cassie overseeing a parent portal, and that's not this.
Can I ask a question? Did HB 84 just piggyback on that and add to it?
I do think that's the question we're asking. Yeah, I think it is, because I'm looking at B. It says, in addition to information required under subsection 2A, the state board shall include in the parent portal the comparison tool, school level safety data. So it is the same thing.
So here we've got in 807, if I could just one more piece. 807, parent engagement specialist shall be responsible for maintaining and revising on behalf of the state board the parent portal required by section 53G-6-806. So apparently we've asked Cassie Hayes to maintain the safety portal. We need some clarification there. All right. That may be the clarification we need, but somewhere we need, those to be separated out.
Yes,
ahead.
happy to speak to that. So we have several portals, and so there is the parent portal. Within the parent portal, the expectations from House Bill 84 is that on the portal, which we currently have set up as a website, and I think that's part of the confusion, is the portal was meant to be like a system where people could come on, similar to what Kelsey demonstrated earlier, a system where folks could come on and kind of manipulate things and look at different points of data. And within that parent portal, House Bill 84 established that school safety data should be part of that, along with other data points such as policies and procedures and all of the things up there. And that's where the comparison tool comes in as well.
Can I just ask, you're aware of the other parent portal, right, on our website?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So I just wanted to make sure we do have two parallel things going on. This one that you're defining is all the safety stuff, and then the other one is as defined in 807 and maintained by Cassie.
Yes.
All right, but you're not understanding, and the safety folks aren't understanding that the one on our website should be over here, are they? They understand these are two separate things?
They're under the
May
same
I
umbrella.
add just a little bit on that?
Yeah.
Which is in describing to Representative Wilcox what our parent portal is that Cassie manages. This is a tool that parents would also like to use as well. So making
Right.
sure there is a link on the USBE parent portal managed by Cassie. She doesn't manage the link or anything else, but just that it's linked from that parent portal, which provides the things that are listed there.
Got it. Okay, that helps. I just wasn't aware if the safety folks were even aware of this whole other thing going on. So the link connects the two. Okay.
Which we're back to with safety data. Okay, so that is the amendment before us, and I think we're ready to vote. So once again, we're just adding, or after parent portal, we're adding with safety data, so it's clarification there. Okay, so I'm just going to go around here. Board Member Klein, are you yes or no?
I'm not seeing that on the screen, the safety language.
It's the second part there. So it says board member carry motion to amend.
Oh, there
Do you
it
see
is.
now?
Okay.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I will vote yes on that.
Vice Chair Hart,
amendment.
Yes.
Board Member Hymas,
Yes.
Board Member Davis, Board Member Norton,
Yes.
Board Member Wood.
Yes.
So we're just waiting for Davis. Everybody else has voted too, right?
She had to go.
Oh, okay. Sorry, there's a few people made it. So that passes unanimously, and Board Member Wood had an obligation. She did not voting here, so it was 14 in favor. Okay, we're back to the original motion. The original motion is that the board
That was
commit.
Board Member Davis.
Oh,
Vice
board.
Chair Earl. That was Board Member Davis, not Board Member Earl. I'm still here. Or Board Member Wood is still here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Board Member Davis had to go. I apologize. Let me just clarify the record. That was Board Member Davis that was not able to weigh in on that. So Board Member Wood is still with us. The original motion is before the board as amended, and it is that the board will commit $1.5 million of federal mineral lease funds for use for compliance with 53G 6806, and then specifically parent portal with safety data begin using the funds as soon as possible with the intent to comply with the applicable code. Okay, and I'll just go in a circle here. Board Member Klein, are you a yes or no or abstain?
I am a no.
That's
No.
a no. Okay. Vice Chair Hart,
Yes.
Board Member Hymas,
Yes.
Board Member Norton, Board Member Wood.
Yes.
Okay, do we still have Board Member Norton with us? Okay. Okay, and I have some other people who haven't voted yet that are in the body here. Sorry, I'm only calling the ones that aren't here. Sorry. If that's confusing for you, we just have a few people missing. For those online, we have a few people missing, but I'm calling their names out, the body that's here is voting. So we have not heard from Norton, and hers was a yes. Okay, so we're missing Board Member Norton and Davis. It passes with a vote of 12 and one no vote, which is Board Member Klein. Okay.